Yo, what's up YouTube? This is Jammerit coming to you today with a brand new video, boys, and today we're claiming Freeze Sanchez as well as doing some gameplay. So let's get right into the video. So guys, welcome to another video on the channel, and today guys we are going to be focusing primarily on claiming the 90 overall Freeze Davinson Sanchez, guys, because he is a very nice card and the SBC is not actually all that bad. Before we get into doing that, what we're going to be doing is just having a look at these other SBCs, and then we'll end off the video by coming up against one of my league members who actually has Sanchez in the team, just to see how he performs. So guys, first and foremost, let's just look at these first three SBCs. Now, I did these last week during Friday of TOTS because prices were so low. You can also do them Saturday before the new icons do come out, because you can actually make relatively decent profit off these if you go through and do them. So I'm assuming that when the new TOTS does come out, guys, prices will then take another hit. The thing is that with the icons, and you know, when they come out, the new icons, with their first nodes being so profitable, prices did take up a little bit of an increase. But I'm assuming that when new TOTS comes out, guys, and you know, when there's new cards introduced, including all the gold cards, you know, the prices are going to take another dip, and it's probably going to be like a seesaw between, you know, TOTS and the icon stuff. So when TOTS drops, the market should drop a bit, and then when, you know, the icon nodes come out, the first nodes for the new icons come out, the market will up again, and then it will just keep going back and forth, guys. So I would suggest waiting to do your SBCs until maybe Friday, Saturday, before the icon stuff does drop, guys. That's what I'm going to be doing, but I'm going to be doing this Sanchez. But first and foremost, I just want to quickly go and have a look at the Ziyech and the Alessandrini. I may do the Ziyech, I'm not sure yet, but like I said, I'll probably wait, because 82 overall, it is quite steep. You know, for an 87 overall card. He doesn't look like the greatest of cards, but central mids are, you know, relatively expensive on the market, so he is one that you could consider. But there's bound to be high rated center mids in, you know, team of the season, guys, so maybe just wait on that, Now, Alessandrini, in my opinion, he's a great card. I'm probably going to do him, possibly, I'm not sure yet though, I'm not sure yet. The thing is that if you don't have Gareth Bale, Alessandrini is a fantastic option. Now, the thing is that, as you guys can see in the screenshot here, I have him on my mini account, and I really like the way that he plays. The other thing that you need to consider, though, is that throughout TOTS, guys, we're going to have so many cards that are going to be introduced to the game. There's just so many cards coming out. Do you want to get this Alessandrini? That's up to you. He's not going to be the most expensive card, and you know, he does have the counter boost, so it is something to consider, guys. It's really up to you, but for me, for now, I'm not going to do it. I'll just probably wait to see if prices do take a big drop. And now, guys, looking at the highlight of the video, we are going to be going to do the Sanchez. As usual, I do suggest you just wait to see if the prices do drop during when the new team of the season comes out. But as you guys can see here, 90 overall, and he was such an expensive card, guys, during Freeze. And you know, he's got great card art, so I'm going to do him. Although I would probably recommend you guys waiting just to see if prices do dip further. So we require an 83 overall team with 11 players. And once again, guys, they aren't required in position, which is absolutely fantastic. 3 Spurs players and then 5 nations. So the 5 nations that we've got are Portuguese with Jota, Bernardo Silva, and Cancelo. French with Ducour, and also Sissoko and Tolisso. English with Akinfenwa and Pittman. Brazilian with Lucas and Gerson. And then we've got a Kenyan in Wanyama, guys. So that is the team that we are going to be using. Now, obviously, you know, the Carnival players, the Luna players at the bottom row, as you can see, the Gersons, the Silvas, the Cancelos, and the Tolissos are very cheap, guys. We did decide to use Lucas and Sissoko just because of their nation, so we could use, you know, Tolisso as well as Gerson. And then Wanyama was a relatively cheap card as well. We've also got Jota and Ducour, guys, and Pittman and Akinfenwa. Pittman and Akinfenwa are the cheapest 77s in the game at the moment. We'll just go into the market and actually have a look at the TOTS market, guys, just really quickly. So as you can see here, you could potentially use 88 overall Sanchez if you want to, but Bender and Sanchez, you could consider doing German if you want to, because Bender's really cheap and also is the same with Sanchez. But I just decided to take the route that I'm taking. We've also got Jota, who's an extremely cheap card, you know, around 400k for an 85 overall Portuguese card, who links very well with, you know, Bernardo Silva for the purposes of the SBC. If we also just have a look at 84s, 83 overall cards, you can consider some other options there as well, guys. So let's just go and put in the parameter of around, let's try 380. The thing is that these cards were much cheaper before the first icons did come out, guys. But I mean, as you can see, there's so many cards that are under 380k that are 83 overall, guys. So it's pretty crazy. But yeah, as you can see here, you could potentially look at doing Snodgrass, who is Scottish, with Robertson, the 84 overall left back. That's one option that you could choose. I can't seem to find the other guy though, the French guy. He was really cheap. Okay, there he is. But yeah, as you can see, you can snipe him for like 300k, guys. It's not all that hard, and obviously, you know, Tolisso is still cheap as well. So that's something to consider. Sorry. And also, if we have a look at 77 overall cards, guys, they are very cheap in terms of, you know, Akinfenwa and Pittman. But yeah, like I said, guys, when more TOTS do come out, I expect these cards to just keep dropping. So yeah, let's just go and put in 60k, because I'm pretty sure that you can get them for under 60k. As you guys can see there, you can get all these cards for around 60k. And if you want, you can try and snipe them for a bit cheaper. But just wait, guys, just wait. They will drop eventually. And then, like I said, take a little bit of a price increase when the new icon nodes come out, because yeah, I've been working on a few of the icon nodes, but let's just go through and clamp up that Sanchez, guys, and then we'll jump into a match versus a league member and then end off the video. So 90 overall Sanchez, guys, I'm pretty happy to get them. Even if I don't use him, he's good for 90 base, and I think that the 83 overall team for a 90 overall defensive base is pretty good, guys. It's pretty good value. So let's go through and submit this. 90 overall Sanchez, an extremely expensive card during freeze, and we're getting him for a few coins, which is so good. And here he is, guys. Oh, actually, these are the SBC points, so we are on 60 points now. And 90 overall Sanchez, guys, does join the team. Absolute beast. The thing about him is that he's got the Composed boost. Composed is such a fantastic boost, guys, for defenders. That and Aggression are probably the two best defensive boosts. Let's just put him into the team, guys, and see what he looks like. Oh man, this is crazy, guys. This is such a cool card. Look at that. What a sick card. Now, I'm considering potentially melting in Rio into him. I'm not sure yet though. So if I put Rio into him, I can get him up to a 97 overall. But I want to try and work on some of Rio's campaign, even though it is quite difficult to get him up even further and then just put him in that way. But what we're going to be doing, guys, is just lowering our team to a 110 overall and then coming up against one of our league mates just to see how I just go through and do that quite quickly, guys, and then we'll go through and play him and then end off the video. So we'll just play with a 110 overall. So let's go into that game right away. So guys, this is the team that we are going to be coming up against. He's got a 98 base Sanchez. He does look like just a monster, guys. Look at those stats. Look at those stats. And apparently he's a really aggressive player. So the thing is that League versus League is probably not the best way to get sort of, you know, an idea of how a player plays. It's best to verse him in Versattack, but it takes too long to try and find somebody with the Sanchez. We may try and do it at the end, but I doubt that I'll have luck finding him, guys, because not many people would have done him. Maybe in a few days or so, we'll come up against the Sanchez in Versattack, but it just takes too much time to try and find them in search. So we'll just verse this Milano guy in the League versus League system, guys, and then we'll end off the video. And here we are, guys, coming up against a 110 overall versus our 110 overall. Let's see what Sanchez is like. Like I did say previously, guys, this is not probably the best demonstration of how the player plays. The best way to test it out is through Versattack. I just went off camera and played some versus attack games, and I couldn't find any player in like 10 games, guys, so it just, who had Sanchez, sorry. So I'm just gonna do this, guys, for today's video. As we get a few quick goals to start off, let's see if we can find Sanchez. As usual, guys, Maldini and Petit are doing their thing. Very, very annoying cards. I would say that Maldini is still one of the best centre-backs in the game. Here's Sanchez, guys. He doesn't manage to tackle there, but we do mess up that shot regardless with Petit covering in the background. How's everybody's team of the season going, guys? I'm just still saving vouchers, guys, saving vouchers, hoping that, you know, the future will bring some really, really good cards. Some of the community cards are good, don't get me wrong. I'm just not sure if I'll go for them, because I just know that there's going to be some sick cards to come out, guys. Personally, I really want a really good central defensive midfielder. Hopefully, Nainggolan does come out, who is a central defensive midfielder. There is the team of the year, Nainggolan. However, he's not the... he's too expensive to train up just because of his XP requirements. So I do hope that there is a team of the season, you know, Nainggolan for me. Potentially a centre-back. I'm not sure, though, now that we've got Sanchez. If there is a good centre-back, though, I will consider getting him. But yeah, even though if Sanchez isn't, you know, the best for you, you may just want to use him as a 90 base, because for an 83 overall team, for a 90 defensive base, guys, it's actually not a bad deal. I mean, it's cheaper than actually going through and, you know, picking up like a Dani Alves, for example. Like this SBC probably cost me, if you do it from scratch with the team that I used, around 3.5 to 4 mil. But you can definitely do it cheaper when team of the season, the next round of team of the season does come out. Here's Sanchez here, guys. But yeah, this isn't probably the best way to give a clear indication of how good the player is, because league versus league, definitely it doesn't like bring out the best in a player all the time. But he has been quite annoying. Like, you've seen him, he's been in a lot of the possessions, which is very, very important, because a lot of the time centre-backs, they just go missing, and they don't do, you don't even see them. But Sanchez is like, he's at least there, and he is causing like a concern for my attack, because, you know, I have to roulette him, I have to rainbow him. So that is one good thing about him, guys. But other than that, it's going to be the end of the video for today. Thank you all for everything, and peace.